The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios and sponsored by international award-winning author Mia Mosinzia of Missing. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 40 podcast platforms, as well as HamiltonRadio.net, Diamonds FM, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We can be heard in over 100 countries, featuring over 1,000 well-known and amazing guests throughout the globe. And named one of the top 100 global podcasts in the New York Weekly Times, Hollywood Entertainment News, Los Angeles Weekly Times, Apple, and Chartable. So sit back and relax and enjoy another great episode of the award-winning Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosinzia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Mosinzia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Mosinzia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Mosinzia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com and over 40 podcast platforms heard in over 110 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple Music. And also heard on HamiltonRadio.net, Oldies Radio, Diamonds FM, and coming soon to a network near you. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast for merchandise and more. Or for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Mosinzia for great books, merchandise, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Mosinzia. Check it out today. I'll support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, themikewagnershow.com. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com. At the Mike Wagner Show, make sure you do so today. We're here with a terrific lady who's the 2021 John Lennon Songwriting Grand Prize winner, and she'll talk about that. She's an active songwriter in children's music and Americana, and also released 2 award-winning children's albums. We'll talk about that. She has a Master's of Publishing from Canada's Simon Fraser University and a BA in Speech in Japanese and German from Oregon State University. She's worked in public relations for Harper's Magazine and in New York City. Also owned creative agency in Portland, studied speech singing as well too with the Voice Project. Spent 8+ years as the on the Portland Screenwriting Association board and a number of various academies. We'll talk about that, and has a new album out called Where. Well, I guess these guys try to be comedians, but we'll let you know about that. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Portland, Oregon, the winner of the 2021 John Lennon Songwriting Grand Prize winner, and also having 2 award-winning children's albums, and featuring the album with the title track, Robots Don't Tell Jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, the very multi-talented Kelli Welli. Kelli, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and so appreciative.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Kelli. So you're the 2021 John Lennon Songwriting Grand Prize winner. You're an active songwriter in children's and Americana music. You released 2 award-winning children's albums. You have a Master's of Publishing from Canada's Simon Fraser University, and you have a BA in Speech in Japanese and German from Oregon State University. You worked in public relations for Harper's Magazine in New York City. You owned creative agency in Portland, studied speech level singing on the Voice Project, spent 8 years on the Portland Songwriting Association board and number of various academies. And you got a new album out called Robots Don't Tell Jokes, along with some of your other great material. And before getting to all that, Kelli, tell us how you first got started.
Say that again?
Tell us how you first got started.
Oh, yeah. How did I first get started? I have been writing songs since college, and it's kind of a funny story. I don't have a formal education in music, but I was on a road trip with a boyfriend one time, and he said, as we were driving along, let's write a song just for fun. And we happened to be driving by a pulp mill at the time, which I don't know if you know, a paper mill can be quite a smelly place around there. And so I said, okay. And I just belted out what was kind of like a jingle about the stinky pulp mill that we drove past. And so that was my first song. But he looked at me and he was like, how'd you do that? And I was like, I don't know. But then from that point on, I started experimenting with songwriting in my car a lot because I would be driving back and forth from college. And then later in grad school, I was driving 5 hours up from Portland to Canada, to Vancouver. And so I had a lot of time to try things. And I had always been made fun of for having a high voice. So it took a long time for me to get comfortable enough with hearing my own voice and kind of get past that to really start sharing the music. But I spent a lot of time working on the craft just by myself before that. And that's how I originally started.
Very interesting. And what was that one precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your career?
Okay, that is another funny story. I was doing publishing work professionally for quite a while, and I just did the songwriting on the side as a hobby. And I had a business for over a decade where I was doing corporate publishing for other people and really appreciated having that. I love doing that still. But I got a concussion in a hockey game one day. And I then couldn't work for about a month because if I looked at the screen, it re-triggered concussion syndrome I was having. And then a year later, because of some circumstances, I had a recurrence of that for 8 months. So I basically ended up saying, well, if I can't use my eyes, then maybe I should use my ears and go back or actually do something with all of these songs I've been writing for so long. Because I had already been on the Portland Songwriters Association board, and I'd been involved with a lot of songwriting things as a hobby, but I didn't I didn't give myself permission to do it yet as a career because I was just still trying to make enough money to, pay their bills and stuff. Mm-hmm. But at that point, I was kind of like, well, I got to do something. And I'm thankful, actually. It's like you don't know where opportunities in your life may come and things that may push you, because I feel like I always wanted to go in that direction, but I just didn't feel like I had the permission to do so. And that was the point where I said, well, let's give it a shot.
Mm-hmm. And you certainly did as well, too. And we'll talk about some of the music. And who are some of your favorite artists, singers, and songwriters growing up?
Definitely. Growing up, I loved, Dolly Parton and Alanis Morissette later. And I had a very eclectic variety. Whitney Houston, a lot of En Vogue, and just a great mix of genres. But when I think about what actually influences me the most, I realized it's musicals. From a very early age, I listened to musicals. The first movie I ever saw in my life was Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Wow, love that movie.
Musical.
Yes.
Yeah, not a musical, but it, it's different. And then I remember seeing The Rose, which was not exactly a musical, but then West Side Story. That was probably the third movie I saw. Mm-hmm. The fourth was appropriate for today. It was Star Wars, so may the fourth be with you.
Yes.
And I owned all, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, South Pacific, just any of the musicals I could, Annie, get my hands on. And so Sound of Music. And I realize now that the eclectic way that I write my tastes and all the different styles that I write in are probably influenced by those and wanting to tell stories that are really about the story more than the medium, if that makes sense, or in this case, the genre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds really interesting as well, too. We'll talk about your previous releases along with your upcoming album, Robots Don't Tell Jokes. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even 11 enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for It Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia. Available on Amazon. Also, check out The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com on over 40 podcast platforms, heard in 110 countries. Take The Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books, merchandise, and more. Also support The Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, themikewagnershow.com, and Anchor FM. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com at The Mike Wagner Show. Make sure you do so today. We're here with a terrific lady who's an active songwriter in children's and Americana music and released 2 award-winning children's albums on The Mike Wagner Show, and also the award winner of 2021 John Lennon Songwriting Grand Prize winner. And before we talk about your music, congratulations, by the way, on winning the 2021 John Lennon Songwriting Grand Prize Award.
Thank you. Yeah, that was for my children's song in the children's category for Turtle, Erdle, Erdle.
and who knew you would win the John Lennon Songwriting Contest? I mean, just give us a background on that.
I know. Sorry, I'm not sure if I heard the question.
No. Tell us about how all about how you won the award and everything, and just the story of it. Yes.
Well, I entered it I entered a few other contests, like the International Songwriting Competition, and right now I have a song that is a finalist in that. Just waiting to hear the results, and been doing that, entering here and there for a while. And just one day, someone actually sent me a message saying, "Congratulations." And they had seen it and I hadn't yet. So it was great to find that out. And I've been getting prizes in the mail for months. I got a nice couple of guitars. One's an acoustic guitar that I gave to my bandmate, Timothy James Euchre, who really has helped me do a lot of the arranging and making some of my children's music. And he did all of the instrumentation on that song, Turtle, Erdle, Erdle. So it was really nice to pass that along to him. And and then they do, their live interviews and everything. And I know it's a really good program they have. So it was a great honor.
Oh, that's rather interesting. And what gravitated you towards children's music?
I just written in a lot of different genres for a long time. But when I first started way back when, I had a little brother who was about 13 years younger than me. So I started writing some songs for him back then. And then I've mostly focused on Americana and other pop and country for a long time, but then I had kids. And of course, a lot of your songwriting is influenced by what's going on in your life, or mine is, and inspired by the people in my life, especially as a way to honor them and express love. And so when I had twins, I have 8-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, and I had a lot of time, sitting in the chair with babies, to write. I started writing some lullabies, and, actually one of the first songs I recorded for kids was written for my dog. Because dogs can be like kids too, for people who have them. They're part of your family. Mm-hmm. And, do you have a dog?
We actually do. Her name is Molly. She's a 2-year-old Beagle boxer, and she's in the terrible twos, but very lovable, but can get stubborn. Yeah.
Yeah. You're still in the thick of it, like you are when you have new babies. It's you're in that stage, but
and they certainly go through stages. I got to say that I've got 4. They're grown and everything else, but we all learn. So yes, certainly amazing. And you also had some EPs out there called Love, Turtle, Doggy, Monkey, Froggy, Lullabies for kids, and the people who are them also, and Let's Go Pistachio, some of the singles, Ooh La La, Tudu, Bop, Ribbit, and more. And tell us about some of those. Ooh, well, what a tongue twister.
I know, that's a tongue twister. I know. I started out by putting out the Lullabies EP as a way to kind of test the waters and get something started. And then the Ooh La La, To Do Na Na, Oop Bop, Ribbit is actually a compilation of the first 3 EPs that I put out. So it's a grouping of animal songs, lullabies, and a variety of other songs. And the title is actually not just a goofball title for no reason. If you listen to all of the songs on that album, I think there are 15. There are sounds ooh, la la, and to do, and na na. They're in the songs. So many of the songs have sections like that. I was very purposeful in having those in some of those songs, especially the lullabies, because a lot of times it can take a while for people to learn the words. But if you have a section that's just ooh, la la, or verbalizations that they are still going with the melody, then that allows them to start learning the song or participate sooner without having to know the words. So that is a long explanation, but I haven't really talked about that as much as I would like to, because I think it's important to be thoughtful. And then Let's Go Pistachio was my second full album, and it's about 15 songs, and there's a lot of humor and some country style in there, and Americana, and it has been really fun. And then the newest album is another very eclectic mix.
And it certainly does. Robots Don't Tell Jokes. And how come robots don't tell jokes? Let me ask you that first of all, before we start talking about the album. How come robots don't tell jokes?
I think it's a good question. And if you listen to the song, I think you might find out that is not necessarily true. And that song is really a lot about, there are a couple of things. One is about embracing who you are, even if people tell you you shouldn't be that, or, that that's not okay. And so the robot goes through this process of trying to tell jokes to other robots, and them saying this, isn't logical and whatnot. And then in the song, everyone goes through this transformation when they hear laughter for the first time, and they realize how magical and important it is to have laughter in your life. And the song also pays homage in many ways, if you look at the album cover, to some of my comedic heroes. And growing up, the album cover has posters in the robots room of Bill Murray and Stripes and Gilda Radner and Saturday Night Live and In Living Color and I Love Lucy and some of my childhood favorites. So.
That's rather interesting. And I see Bill Murray in there, and I think you might take in a Bill Murray experience. I think he was hiding back there, maybe as a robot. So
maybe.
and then you also got Rainbow Love Song. You got Ezra's Frickle Song, Always Together Always, and Tree Song and more, and Five Little Frogs. I'm just rattling off a few from the Robots Don't Tell Jokes release. Tell us about some of the songs and what inspired you to write them.
Well, the Rainbow Love Song is the title track, and it's not the title track. It's the first track on the album. And it is kind of unique within the album, I think, because a lot of the album is, there's humor and a lot of, numbers and things that are fun for kids to learn about and sing about. But the Rainbow Love Song is kind of a poppy song that I wrote for a little girl in my life. Her name's Aria, and I had started asking little kids in my life what I could write a song about for them to honor them. And she asked for a song about rainbows. But what it ended up turning into was more of a love song in general, and a song about the various colors of our love, and the inclusivity, how being inclusive, not only with different types of people, but also embracing the different, colors within yourself, is really freeing and wonderful. So a celebration of that. And Ezra's Frickle Song was written for Ezra Holbrook. He is the owner of Alberta Street Pub here in Portland, Oregon, which is one of the more known venues. And it's Ezra used to play drums for the Decemberists, I think. And he's a really amazing supporter of children's music here in town, and brings children's musicians in to play in that venue, which has been really cool before the pandemic, and we're going to get back to it. But he makes great fried pickles.
Oh, yum. You're making me hungry already.
I know. Yeah. So they're so good. I decided I would write him a song about that. So his band, Swamp Sang, came in and played on that. And he actually was going to come and play the drums for that, but he got stuck in New Orleans during that last big storm they had. So even though he didn't actually end up doing the drums, his stamp of approval was on it, and he's part of it. He's Ezra. So anyway, that's, and then we've got Dog NATO, which is all about dogs playing. And we have a song about stinky shoes. So,
stinky shoes. I love stinky shoes. Doesn't everybody love stinking shoes? Yeah.
Well, I happen to have, on my social media, if you go look, I have been trying to give away this giant stinky shoe. It barely fits in my car, but would you be interested in having this giant stinky shoe?
Well, if you let me sell it on eBay, I can do that. Or Amazon, or something like that. Yeah.
We'll have to talk about that.
Sounds good. And you know what, too? He has to come with the 5 little frogs and the 5 little ducks, and tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I don't know if you've heard those, but those two songs are actually the same melody. That's only one person so far has commented that, wait a second, this is the same melody. But I started out writing 5 Little Ducks, and it's a number puzzle. It's pretty hard to sing because those 5 little ducks change order in each verse. And then my bandmate said, hey, let's also modulate the key in each verse. So it modulates up and back down. And so I have to remember what order each duck is in each verse. And so it's kind of a number puzzle. And then the 5 Little Frogs is 5 little frogs doing the same thing, except for where the ducks are in a horizontal line, changing position. In the frogs, they're in a vertical line, changing position, hopping on top of each other, trying to see where they are. And they're really fun to sing and hard to keep track of. So I think it'll be fun to hear that grown-ups will probably lose their place in the song, but kids will get it figured out.
and that song certainly quacks us up, I'll tell you that. So,
well, I am very happy to hear that.
Yes, it is. And of course, we also have your upcoming release, Heart Wanderer. We'll talk about that in just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor, The Mike Wagner Show, international war-winning author Mia Molson-Zia Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with the award-winning songwriter in children's and Americana music, Kelli Welli, after this time out.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe-Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionsea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Ray Powers, and boy, are you in luck. Right place, right time. Tuned in to The Mike Wagner Show. You heard me.
We're back with active songwriter in children's and Americana, Kelli Welli, here on The Mike Wagner Show. We talked earlier about Robots Don't Tell Jokes, and right now we've got an upcoming release we'd like to have you talk about. It's Heart Wanderer, and tell us more about that's coming up.
Oh, yeah, that is a grown-up album, as we say in the children's music community when we're not writing for kids specifically. But it is an Americana album that my friend Brian Dast helped me produce before the pandemic, and I had it all ready to go. Just needed to get the artwork and whatnot ready. It's all mastered, and or it was. And then the pandemic hit, and I had to shift gears with my kids at home and all of that stuff. And so I just decided to hold off on that until things opened up again. And it's an album that is a lot of. I made it just for myself. It's a lot of the songs that I've been, I think it's about 14 songs that I've been singing over the years that I just wanted to make. It includes one that's called The Future Will Repay, that is about an older gentleman who hasn't been able to fill the things in his life that he was hoping to. And it's got some pop songs that are love songs that are pretty detailed in the lyrics, and just hopefully, good love songs, or I think they are. And then some country and some rock and some kind of activist songs. So it's eclectic, I think, like anything I make is. So Heart Wanderer is one of the songs, and I'm super excited to share it.
That's going to be interesting. And when's Heart Wanderer going to be coming out?
I can't say that yet for sure, because I'm still kind of seeing where things are with the release that I have right now, and trying to get out the kids release. So trying to get all the music videos done now for that, and need to kind of still test the waters on where the pandemic is, I think. But soon-ish, in the next 6 months, I would say.
Okay, that sounds good. And where can we find all your music at, including Robots Don't Tell Jokes and all your music at?
Well, Robots Don't Tell Jokes was signed by 8 Pound Gorilla Records out of Nashville. It's a children's label that's great. And so you can find that album there, and as well as on YouTube and Spotify and Pandora, iTunes, Amazon, all the places. And you can buy the CD from me at kelliwelli.com, or kellycaldwell.com is my grown-up site. And I have music for kids under Kelli Welli and all those places and spaces, and music for grown-ups at kellycaldwell.com.
All right, we certainly check those out. Once again, we're with 2021 John Lennon Songwriting Grand Prize winner and active songwriter in children's Americana, Kelli Welli, here on the Mike Wagner Show. Kelli, a very big thank you for your time. You're amazing. And just a few more things. What else can we expect from you in 2022 and beyond, Kelli?
I want to say thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it and appreciate what you do for musicians out there. What I'm working on now is the next album, my 4th album, and we're working on a song today. Actually, we're about 6 songs into the next album, and it's a mix of country and Americana style for kids, as well as we're going to have some rockin' songs. One of them's called Tattle Battle, about siblings tattling and baby ninjas. And we just finished one today, or we're working on one called Hey Little Hero. So I think it'll be fun.
We certainly will check those out. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
I would say Dolly Parton, Alanis Morissette, and then the musicals I've been listening to my whole life. The Sherman Brothers and, Rodgers and Hammerstein, some of those people for sure have been helpful. But also there are a lot of kids musicians out there who are making really good music and for families. And it's not just meant to appeal to kids, but I like to say I make songs for kids and the people who love them. So I always am really caring about whether or not my songs are smart and have things in them, elements that will really appeal to grown-ups as well. So lots of influences there.
That certainly is amazing. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Oh, goodness. Best advice I could give to anyone at this point would probably be to be honest with yourself about what matters to you and how to prioritize that. A lot of times it's difficult to be honest with ourselves, and it's, you have to have kind of an internal conversation and be willing to say the tough things and hear the tough things, but it can be worth it, I think, too.
Mm-hmm. And certainly as well, too. Once again, we're with singer-songwriter, award-winning Kelli Welli here on the Mike Wagner Show. Kelli, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Make sure you keep us up to date, keep in touch. Love having you back. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music?
Okay, 8 Pound Gorilla Records is where you can find Robots Don't Tell Jokes and links to all those spots on YouTube and Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, just all those places. KelliWelli.com for my kids' music and KellyCaldwell.com for my grown-up music.
We certainly will check those out. Kelli, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Make sure you keep us up to date. Keep in touch. We'd love to have you back. We wish you all the best. You've got a great future ahead of you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show. Brought to you by international award-winning author Mia Mohsen-Zia of Missing. And powered by Sonic Web Studios. Be sure to join us again on over 40 podcast platforms. And of course on the MikeWagnerShow.com, HamiltonRadio.net, and Diamonds FM. Don't forget to support our program with a generous donation at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Thanks for listening.